Hello and welcome everyone. I have a new microphone cable and that's why I'm making a new video. I'm checking out a suite of plugins again, but this time I'm making something a little bit differently. I will not check out all of the plugins like the other times that I did a video like this, because obviously I was getting a little bit tired at the end and then I could not do the plugins justice anymore. Also, a lot of these bundles are like thousands of compressors and I don't like that. So I selected just the few that kind of caught my interest, and if the ones that catch your interest are not among them, then sorry about that, but you can just download them yourself and you should probably do that anyway. But if you just want to sit back and watch someone else have fun, then you can do that now, because I'm going to check out the Gameboy synth. Because I had a Game Boy myself and I want to find out if that will yield nostalgic feelings. Then I will check out the Vocal Synth, because I like Vocal Synth. I'm like a fan of Vocaloid and M-Voice 1 and all that stuff. So this is going to be interesting and it looks easy to use as well, so it's cool. Then I'm going to check out Compensated Delay, because it's a developer tool that lets you check out if a certain part of the DAW has proper delay compensation, and sometimes I feel like that is not the case in Bitwig. So I mean, Bitwig has proper delay compensation on most places where you put plugins, but you can sometimes put plugins in very peculiar chains, like in the middle of the feedback loop of a delay and stuff like that. And I want to find out if plugin latency compensation is the thing in all of these edge case places of the DAW or not. And then I will also download the maths thing, because it's kind of a thing where you have a formula parser and then a bunch of operations that you can apply to the signal to get a certain effect. And I want to find out what's possible and stuff. Yeah. I think I will just start now. But before doing that, I will talk about the sponsor of this video, No. I don't have a sponsor, but I want to tell you something. I have bought a new mic cable and it's going from here to there. On the package it said it's 0.5 meters, but it does not look like 0.5 meters to me. I don't know, it's kind of very short. If this is half a meter, then I don't know. It currently works just because I have my PlayStation and a bunch of books on top of each other, but that's also blocking the left speaker, so it's kind of annoying. It's not that the sound is majorly different, but it is kind of, you know, if you took the time to actually put the speakers on a monitor stands and not on the table itself, you definitely want to have the sound quite nicely. You know, it should not be for nothing. So I have to get new cables. But I already like these cables a little bit because they have a lower noise floor, and also the other cables, sometimes they had a bit of rumble in the sound. They were very old already, so you could really hear the difference. But it's not that this is that these cables are like better than other cables that are new, I think. I don't think that's a thing, is it? Okay, so let's go on. So we have an instance of Bitwig here, and I already instantiated the vocal synth. So now what I did was I was playing some notes. And when I'm holding a note and pressing another note, then it will slide to that note. So this is definitely a mono synth. But the slides are faster when I'm not holding two notes at the same time. So there's always a slide. Smoothing 0% and glide on 0. Oh, okay. So when you are not holding two notes at the same time, then there is some sort of default glide. But when you are letting them overlap, then there can be additional glide, and that can be dialed in with this knob. Okay, this feels to me like you just put less stress on the low end and more on the mids. And a bit of high end as well. Also a bit crunchy. Oh no, the crunchiness was already there. It was just not very foregroundish. Smoothing. I don't know what smoothing does. Const pause. I don't know what const pause does. Ah. Oh, cool. Maybe I can make a yoi synth with this. Still don't know what smoothing does. I think the envelope could be shaped less linearly. And it could put more focus on the low settings. Like it is definitely skewed already. You can see top value is 10 seconds and mid value is just 2 seconds and not 5. But I definitely want to have most of the precision on something like 40 milliseconds also. And that would be here. Well, it's kind of there, but then it stops immediately being precise around here. And then the rest is just very large values that feel barely different. I think that the very large stuff is definitely something that needs less precision because it's kind of almost the same everywhere. I mean, what's the difference between 6 seconds and 7 seconds in a synthesizer, right? So that is something that I would improve. But let's just get started now. We don't just want to talk, we also want to make music. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I think I meant something differently. You have to excuse me for my low speed. I am not very used to this DAW yet. typical Juice plugin, by the way. It's very apparent because, can anyone guess it? Can anyone guess it? Yes, it is because of parameter smoothing, because of parameter sensitive drag. First of all, it is on CTRL, and when you drag it, it works, but then mouse wheel, it does not work and take very large steps, because that is a Juice slider. And I'm just repeating this every video because I kinda hope that the Juice team at some point finds the issue. I've tried to find the issue myself, and it seems to be something hidden very deep into the framework, like a very low level. It's not on the level of the slider, and it's also not very close to that. It's so deep that if you try to trace this error, you get to a point where there is all this kind of platform independency stuff and so on. And that is definitely not the level of coding I am working on. I mean, I tried to look at that, but it's very complicated, and I would highly suggest to the Juice team that they look at it themselves, because this is kind of framework work and not VST developer work. Now let's go on with the other stuff. I intentionally made the melody that is very low in pitch because I want to find out if it's possible to make some sort of yoy sound. And therefore I would probably have to find something that resembles a yi. Yoy, I will need an LFO for that. And then constriction position. Let's just put anything on this stuff for now and then tweak that. I can actually listen to the full melody. Oh, I think the smoothing parameter is defining the parameter smoothing of these parameters. But then I think it is not placed very well. It is kind of in the middle of everything, which implies that it has something to do with the way the vocals are processed, but it's actually not reacting to the vocal synthesis, to the physical modeling engine of this thing, but to the way the parameters behave. So that is, I don't know, I would put it on a different place to just make it sure that this is kind of behaving, controlling the behavior of everything, and not like this is some sort of meta thing, not an oscillator thing, and the other things are for this particular oscillator type, if I see it correctly. It's really hard to tell where the yaw is, because sometimes you are on one spot of one parameter and it's like ah, and then you are going just a little bit further and suddenly you find yourself on an oh. This thing says lol. Cool, I like that. It's not yoy, but it's lol. This is the first ever lol bass in history. So now let's go on with the Gameboy synth. I don't find it when I just type in Gameboy. But I can find it by typing in the name of the creator. Unfortunately, I could not memorize it yet, and it's not on the UI as well, which is a little bit problematic, because then I have to look it up. And I will definitely close this website when I'm done with this video. So it would kind of make sense to... Can I type it in it here? Yes, nice. It would make sense to write it on the UI as well. It was PAPU, wasn't it? Let's just take the same notes. Actually, I want to test another feature in Bitwig instead, which is the layer feature. I cannot put a layer on this. For some reason, I kind of thought that I could make layers of synthesizers in just one track. Oh, I probably have to look that up. Then I will not do that now. Okay, so I'm definitely mad with the sound that does not have the same note values, so I have to find out what's going on there. It has a very elaborate preset browser where I can create a preset name. Wrong notes presets. And then I can delete it as well. But I don't want to delete it. I just want to have it. Oh, and now I can choose it in the preset browser. Actually, a very nice preset browser. I see it's just the default layout from Juice, but kind of like how simple it is in this particular example. Still, I want to fix the notes. Why are they wrong? Tune is both on 0. I want to reset to normal. I'm double clicking. Oh, it's on Alt, okay. Sweep. Hä? I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, choose framework. Okay, if you weren't sure if this is made with Juice framework, this little about section will tell you. Oh, and it's actually a new plugin, quite new, only 2 years old. Interesting. So I have no idea how to fix the note thing in here. I can only hope that it has presets, but it does not. And yeah, I suppose I'm doing something wrong, but I also think that if I'm doing something wrong, then the UI should help me with figuring out what it is. If anyone watches this who knows this plugin and knows why the notes are wrong and how can I fix it, then please let me know, because the sound in general was quite cool. I liked what happened when I clicked on this thing, that it created the stereo image by PWing one side a little bit, or I think that's what happened. But it should definitely have the right notes before I'm going on with this. So let's just skip this for now. So this is definitely on another level. This is definitely a usable plugin here that I will also continue to use. I can already confirm that. But the other plugin, I don't know. Only if I happen to find anyone who can explain to me why it happens. Now I have to look up the developer name again. Socalabs. I should try to remember Soca, just like in Avatar. This dude who hangs out with the Avatar. Socalabs. Soca is not just in what kind of bender is he? Is he water bender? I don't remember. Now let's go on with the Marv's thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, this is just a variable or something, and this is the output. Currently, it just outputs the mid. It just makes mid-side conversion. And I could test that probably by applying a reverb in between. Yeah, cool. Now let's try something different. I want to multiply the two signals with each other on both channels. This should get us quite a rectified sound. And then we probably have to increase the volume as well in order to have it compensated correctly. Probably something like this. Yeah. Oh, actually. Still very quiet. Okay, well, whatever, I will just make it directly. Okay, P1 and P2 are probably parameters that I can use to modulate things with. Okay, there should definitely be a way to get the keyboard focus out of this thing so that I can use the space button again. My cat wants to enter the room. Kleine Katze. Ja. Ja. Bin ganz deiner Meinung. Mhm. Alright, so I want to make a dry wet between this signal and the normal signal. So I will just write left channel times 1 minus P1 plus the thing that I came up with times P1. And now I will do the same with the other side, but just using R here. And then let's check it out. Oh, actually, and I want to have the volume compensation in it as well. Yeah, I think that would be like this. Yeah, and I made a little rectifier with this Marv tool. which is pretty cool. Let's actually check it out in an oscilloscope. Cool. Let's actually make it even louder. And we have to outsource this P1 so that inside of this thing we can reduce the we can subtract the results, because wait, I made a mistake. This should also be inside of this. Great. Not quite. Why? I think this should have been outside. It's interesting how this plugin continuously updates its algorithm, even though you don't have to confirm your changes. I just wanted to shift it down a little bit, but it seemed to be a bad idea. So let's instead just get rid of all this stuff. Boom. Actually, let's make a rectifier for each signal instead of mixing them. And now I want to check out the legend, because I've seen here that there are filters, like a low pass filter with input and frequency and Q as 3 arguments. So let's actually we need the high pass filter to implement DC offset. So let's take the steep high pass filter and apply it to this signal, and the other arguments are frequency and Q. So let's add them. Frequency should be fairly low. Q, I don't know, 1 or something. Oh yeah. Cool. Next up, let's actually take a higher Q, see if that works. I hope I don't blow up the plugin, and multiply that with the second parameter. Oh, it did not change anything. Why? Very strange. And what if I manually put a very low value as a Q? even lower frequency. Oh, sorry, I haven't dialed in the effect before, so obviously that was the reason why P2 didn't do a thing. Okay, the Q cannot be 0, so let's give it a start value. Barely changes from 0.5 on, so let's let it end at 0, just like I had it in the beginning. This is not the most impressive effect of all time. Let's take it away. Maybe we can use the second parameter for something different that is more interesting. Like, for example, applying a high cut that is actually audible on the signal. We can go higher than that. Now it would be cool if it was possible to give these names, if there were little labels down here that we can click and get an editable window, so that we can remember what the things are for that we defined here, so that when we make presets of that and reopen them later, we still see what was going on. Now obviously the limiter is here to save you from damaging your hearing or anything when using these filters and stuff especially. So I just keep it on, I guess. But all in all, I think this is really cool. I will definitely save this preset now. Why is it called A though? I mean, it's save preset, so like S, AD, that looks like ADSR for me. Rectify, with P1 being mix and P2 high pass frequency. Yeah, that is how it can be done to remember the parameters. Cool plugin. I like Murphy plugins like that. Now let's actually turn down the rectifying thing. I wanted to turn it down, but then it had less bass, and when I turned it up completely, it had a good bass again. So instead of turning it down to save the bass, I will instead just saturate it. that gives me an idea. I have the possibility of applying an ADSR curve on just the drive. No, not the frequency. I wanted to modulate the level. Yeah. Oops, I did not want this to be the one that is modulated. No, I don't want to do it again. Anyway, I will do it again. Cool, I like the sound. Sorry for not going on with the plugin review, but you know, the sound must be good if we want to go on. Now the last thing that I want to check out, Socalabs. Yeah, this time. Compensated delay. Yeah, I think for this we will need a new situation. Because if I put it here, probably nothing will happen. We need background drums to check for timing things. Like a kick drum. Not the most crappy one. Okay. So generally plug-in latency compensation works. As we can see, I'm negatively delaying this whole signal by 700 milliseconds, which is way more than audible, but we don't hear a difference. So that works. Now I want to test a more specific use case, and if I don't find anything within the realms of this video, then that is just because it would require a little bit more of an in-depth test. But I will just try one thing that I'm thinking of right now, which is how much or if at all it works in a feedback loop of a delay. But we need a different sample for that, because baseline and a delay, that is just a lot of a mess. So now we have a hi-hat sample that is fairly audible, and we want to put a delay on it. And now in the feedback loop I can put plugins like the latency one, delay, compensated delay. So as we can see, using compensated delay in the feedback loop of a delay does not entirely work in Bitwig. That is not a thing Bitwig was designed for. And then we get all kinds of peculiar sounds due to the delay time not being exactly the one that is being put in here anymore. I think they just stack up. Now it's like a 3/16 delay plus 3000 samples, and then yeah, that is probably the thing that currently happens. Because this chain does not have delay compensation. Let's try a different container type, because that I'm not surprised that plugin latency compensation does not work in a feedback loop, as I think that is probably impossible physically. But let's try something that's more reasonable, like a multiband. Actually, let's take the multiband with 3 lanes, because I don't want to use the low end. And now the high end will have the delay as well. Can I just copy it like this? I can do it like this. And then the top one will have a 1/16 groove. And now I will put a compensated delay in front of the high delay. Theoretically, this should not be a problem. And we can hear that it's indeed not a problem for Bitwig, so Bitwig handles this very well. Which I'm very happy about. Okay, I think that is enough of these plugins. They are really cool. They are free. You should go and just check them out.